What's up, guys? It's Jules. It's time for another Stitch with me, and today we're going to be working on page 2 of the Dachshund. So this is a piece from Gecko Rouge, UK, which has a store on Etsy, I believe. And I am doing this piece for a friend who is obsessed with Dachshunds. Who does not have a friend who is obsessed with Dachshunds? I think everybody has that one friend. Alrighty, I'm trying to just kind of get going a little bit here. Oh, of course I make it again so you guys can't see what I'm doing. I gotta remember that part. Alright. Did I just do that wrong? Man, I just did that wrong. Alright, so we're gonna start over already. No worries. No worries. Okay, if you hear sound, it's the sound of two little parakeets sitting next to me in a cage. In a little travel cage. And they are currently covered up with a blanket so they can hopefully not get too stressed. They did not like it when I kind of had to get set up. This is the only place we could put them right now that would be a safe place for them. We have a big, huge cage for them that I got for them, or that we got when we got them, and it's a older couple who are friends that are looking to downsize, and they had picked up these two little parakeets, budgies, whatever you want to call them, apparently at a garage sale some years ago, about 8 or 9 years ago, and because people were moving and they either got rid of the budgies at the garage sale, they were simply going to let them loose, and that was not cool. So they were with them for a long time, and now they've moved on to us, and we're super happy to have them. And whoops, here we go. So we went over and picked him up after I got off work today. And then we got back home, and we're home for a very short period of time. We're still kind of getting them set up. And then got a call that it was time, folks were ready for us to come pick up the gecko. So for those of you who may not have been following along, we have developed a zoo here, and we are just picking up animals that need homes left and right, it seems like right now. But the gecko lived with a family for about 4 or 5 years, and the kids are getting older, and they, the son really just had kind of grown out of having him as a pet, and when we went over there and stuff, it was, it was really cool. I mean, he's really cool, so if we could take him and give him as good a home as we could possibly, as good a home as we possibly could, then that's what we were going to do. What? So, the parakeets' names are Popeye and Sailor. Thanks, babe. And the gecko's name is Carter, so I don't know how much anybody of these guys know their names, but as you can tell, the more I talk, the more these birds are talking. So, but for the weekly update, I'll put them in the video so you guys can kind of see how they're doing. But it's different. It's a lot of fun having the birds. They're so cute. It's kind of neat. So, but we wanted to have them up here on the second floor so that they would be away from the dogs, all the crazy dogs. Are you guys getting into trouble in there? Sailor, Popeye, what's going on over here? It's okay. But I definitely want to have them around when we do the Stitch with me, and I want to come up here and maybe stitch more around them and talk to them all the time, because they're used to being quite social with the folks who had them before. They definitely were in a very open open place, lots of indirect sunlight, and so we've just got to learn how to take care of them. And really happy to have them. Super happy to have them. There we go. There we go. But there's no way they could stay downstairs in the midst of all of our crazy animals down there. It's just too loud. They would not do well in that situation. So the crazy thing is so when I got off work, I would probably say it was like 55, 60 degrees or something when I got off work. And then we drove directly over. It was about a 15-minute drive to go over to the house to pick up the birds. And we were in there for probably 20 minutes or so getting stuff ready. And when we came outside, it was like it had dropped like 15 degrees in literally like 20 minutes or something ridiculous. And it was, thankfully we had a blanket over their cage because I don't think they would have handled that well at all. And so we got them home. And then when we went and got Carter, it was the same kind of situation where we had, I thought ahead and brought a blanket this time. And thankfully the gecko is only, he's about 5 inches maybe long. And maybe about 4 without his tail. I don't know. But anyway, and he really doesn't like the cold at all. So we bundled him up pretty good and put him under the heater in the car. And it's a short drive back home. So I have to come up with some kind of morning routine where I am taking care of everybody in the morning when I first get up. I've gotten to be an early riser, so it's definitely one of those things where I just got to get into the routine. I usually will feed the fish, turn on their lights, and do whatever I need to do to them in the morning. Not every single morning, but most mornings. And so our biggest concern with these guys is it warm enough for them? Because this is I guess you'd call it a quad level house. And it's not 4 stories, it's just that there's multiple split stories, and it's probably 3 stories in full when you put them all together. But it's a little cooler up here. So we've had to move the registers or move stuff off because we kind of close the registers up usually because it just doesn't really, it doesn't, it never seems to warm up, but we have to kind of give it a shot for these guys. And we've got a heat lamp for the gecko, so that'll help. But I also think I want to do I want to get him a mat. He's been just fine because the house he came from was, I think, is a younger house, a little better insulated. And, what, Popeye, what, Sailor? So it's easier to keep them at a constant temperature there. Here it's gonna try and run a little cooler. So I've ordered some stuff. I wasn't sure when I was exactly gonna get these guys, so I didn't really prepare very well, because you never know, it could fall through. I wasn't sure exactly what I needed either. I had to wait till I saw what I had and then go, oh, okay. But I went and already ordered I don't want to call it, it's not a heat lamp, but it's like a heat source that you put it up on the cage, and the birds can kind of get close to it if they want to, and further away if they want to, and so I got one of those coming. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that'll be good. And then, like I said, I want to order a heated mat for the gecko. So anyway, so it's been a little nutty. So it hasn't been as much stitching done. This is the first stitching I've gotten done today. I ended up not doing any last night. I just was ready to kind of just not have to do anything really hard. I ended up just playing video games with my husband, and we just kind of relaxed, and which I'm kind of glad about now, because today is a bit nutty. Like I said, it's about almost 4 o'clock right now, and I'm only just now sitting down to stitch. And so, but I do want to stitch a lot if I can tonight. What have I worked on? I've worked on Old World Map 2, and I've worked on, so now I've got this one, I've worked on the Boba Fett and Apothecary Shop. So I need to work on baseball with Charity, Reaper. Still got to find that one page of stuff for E Pluribus. Yeah. What you gonna do? A lot going on, people. What going on? So, guys, here in America had a happy Thanksgiving. We did do our Mexican Thanksgiving, which was awesome. We had tamales and some enchiladas my husband made. We tried the Mexican corn. It came out okay. I think I'm going to actually write. Okay, so I saw my chiropractor the other day, and he's the guy who originally said, "Hey, go over here, and this is the best taco place ever." And I was like, "Oh no! Thank God I didn't do that over my cross stitch." I'm going to move this to show you guys what I just did. Look at that! I opened that up, and it exploded on me. Whew. Yuck. Alright, that's gonna stain. Oh, look, there's paper towels right there. It's like I was anticipating doing this. Hold on. Oh, wow, I can't believe I just did. Well, it's not like I did it. Wow, I'm gonna be blue for some time. No, I'm not cyanotic. I just got blue highlighter on me. Let's see. I got it on the pattern too, but I did not. Are you guys laughing at me? Are you guys laughing at me? Oh, that may not come off for a little while. Probably alcohol, right? Some rubbing alcohol, maybe acetone. Probably rubbing alcohol. We'll see, guys. Because just gonna have to deal with the sight of my blue fingers, though. Oh no, they're gonna be underneath, so it won't be too big of a deal. Anyway, I guess I won't be highlighting because that pen blew up. Yeah, it must have. Oh, I don't see. You know, thankfully it was inside. I'd actually transported that inside my bag of all my other Dachshund stuff, and it also contained, well, the Reaper I had stuck in there, I think, just to bring it upstairs. Holy cow, was I a lucky duck? That could have been very, very bad. I'll tell you what, let me put this on the ground. That way I know it's the bad one. Wow, that's impressive. Very impressive. It's like where I scarred in over here, next to my number 4. Yep, it's a number 4 scar. Don't ask me how. I'm just lucky. And then I got that one too. Oh yeah, that was the other thing when I was moving these birds. The birds bit me, but they don't bite hard. It's not. Well, don't tell them that, because I think they'd be, upset to think that they don't bite hard. But it didn't really hurt. I was like, okay. I was just glad that I was able to get them from the big cage to the travel cage, because their mama was having a really hard time doing it. And so I thought, well, I can do it. I'm used to kind of grabbing for the gerbils at work. I'm the only one that picks them up. And so I've gotten used to kind of just swooping in and just grabbing them gently but gently but firmly, just to pick them up. And I'm not big fans of it, but I just do it. Did I put I think I put some kind of a bugaboo back there. I put a bugaboo. Come on. Arrgh. There we go. Anyway, so I guess that's been my crazy day. No. The crazy day is not over. Well, yeah, because we still got to set up all these guys. These guys have got to have some. So I think we're actually going to just try and set up some kind of a heat blanket up and above to the side of the cage to where they have, they can stay warm-ish, but not be, you know, still have a little bit of air going through so that they're more comfortable. It's going to be a little touch and go until we can, and of course, you know, like I said, so anyway, so we go over and get the, let's go back for a second. We go over and get the parakeets come out, weather's like drop 20 degrees, and it's colder, and thank goodness we have a blanket for the cage so that they can stay, you know, reasonably okay body temperature wise. Get them home, get them all set up, and then we get the call to go get Carter the gecko. We get outside, go back in the car to go over and get them, and it starts to rain. Now, the thing about living in Colorado is that you can smell snow coming. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's like you can smell the humidity, you feel humidity, or what it is that you're actually sensing. But rain is just kind of like, you can, you know, it just feels like, I don't know, dampness, you know, like humidity or whatever. Snow has a very specific feeling all on its own. So sometimes a half an hour to an hour before it starts to snow, you can usually tell that it's about ready to snow. And, I mean, dark clouds don't mean anything around here. So dark clouds stuff flies over all the time or moves in a different direction, and you never really get what you think you're going to get. Because, I mean, they basically had said a couple days ago, they said, oh yeah, we could get some light snow, maybe some rain, who knows. And then last night it was, oh, we're going to get some rain. And today it was like, oh yeah, you guys aren't getting anything. And then all of a sudden it turned, and it's crazy. I got to figure out what I'm doing here. Boo, boo, ba-doo, boo, boo. So we go get Carter in a well, not snowstorm, but it's snowing pretty good. And then back here, he's now set up in our bedroom because we really don't have table space upstairs for these guys. We've got to figure out what we're going to do. We didn't think about things too hard before we brought them up, or before we got them, which probably should have, but I think we underestimated the size of the cages and stuff, and so, which is, it all works out to being rather cool, so I'm alright with that. What? What? Anyway, so what do I want to do today? I want to get some decent work done on this piece. And since I have Reaper up here, maybe I'll just stay up here and work on Reaper too. If my back can handle it, I think I should do it. Because I think this will be the best place to kind of get set up with stuff. I gotta clean the big bird cage. The gecko's pretty much set up for the night. He could just chill where he's at. The birds, though, they're in their travel. I mean, their travel cage is fine. I put food and water in there, but they're going to want to be back in their big cage as soon as possible. So we just got to figure out how we're going to do it here. Figure out how we're going to do it. So that's why one of the reasons why I picked Dachshund to work on, because honestly I'm just sticking with this one color, and that's all we're gonna do. All we're gonna do is just this one color. It's like a big part of my, it's like, look how much floss that is. It's all the glue that we're gonna use. Oh man, guys, I'm gonna sleep good tonight, I think. Unless I have visions of, or if I wake up in the middle of the night with a gecko running across my head. If I do that, if I wake up like that, then yeah, that's gonna mess up my sleep patterns for quite a while if that were to happen. I got a snag. A snag. What is my husband watching downstairs? He's got some kind of a crazy movie on. Oh. Out of nowhere, there's a piece of cat food. Throw that at the cat. Take it. Take it and run. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. But on this video today, we're just going to show the stitching. So, whew. There's already one color that I can't find that I need for Old World Map 2 that I know of. And there may be two, or there may be another one for Boba Fett that I also need. I'm going to go through one more time and make sure that I don't have it. What? Because it would get, it would enable me to get so much done. Hey now. You're rather talkative. Yeah. But anyway. It's going to be awesome. I say awesome. Hey. Hey. What are you doing? Stop getting mad at each other. Stop getting mad. You're alright. Oh, you're pooping. That's okay. There's food and water for you. Although I don't think you can really reach it very well. So we're going to have to get your cage, your main cage put together. Did I get that out? Yeah, I guess I did. The fun part's going to be... Actually, you know what? No, the fun part is going to be when I have to try to grab them again and put them in their big cage. Because they're not going to care for that a whole lot. Okay, this one's going to go all the way across. This will probably end up being a smaller video than I normally put out for one of these, because there is so much to do. And there's so much stitching to do. I don't know, we'll see how far we can go, because I really need to just stitch. Stitchy, 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 stitchy. Anyway, and then I'm going to need a few colors, I think, for the new Cardinal Christmas, the Joy to the World, Lizzie Kate. Yeah. I don't know, guys. A lot of stitching to be done. But the good thing is right now I'm thinking in my head, I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I need. And I'm pretty sure that I'm good with the exception of stitching for right now. Must stitch more. This is that Joy to the World. Pretty cardinal. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Doop, 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 doop. well, I haven't been stitching as much, so I haven't been putting things up on the blog as much, and I gotta get that going too. So, we'll see. We shall see, we shall see. One more all the way across. So this is the cool part about the Dachshund, when things are going to start kind of popping a little bit more. Looking to see what kind of colors. Oh, yeah, we'll see how long the back can last in this stitchy position here. Just had a bit of a yawn. I am sorry about that. I was set up to take a nap. I was so set up to take a nap before we had to leave to go get everybody. Felt like the perfect kind of napping day, you know, with the weather turning and getting cooler. Oh, it would have been awesome. But it just means I just go to bed again at about 9 o'clock, maybe 10. We'll see. And then tomorrow, for the first time all season, I'm going to go hang out with my bud and watch some football. And normally, we go over, well, a couple years ago, we were still going over like every Sunday and watching football at this little sports bar that has like 6 big, huge TVs, like where we sit. So, children, settle down. Sailor, Popeye. What was I saying? Oh, yeah, anyway, so I'm going to go over tomorrow and hang out. I'm going to watch football for a couple hours. And then come home and hopefully don't fall asleep. Lose the rest of my day. I don't mean to say lose my day when I go hang out with my buddy. I'm not losing my day, but I consider it losing my day when I end up sleeping. Like the afternoon. Like if I'd gotten home today and I got home like at 2 and then fell asleep about 2:30 and then slept till like 5, which is definitely a routine occurrence, that would have been bad. Let's see. 1, 2, 1, 2. Oh, this has a thing right there too. Well, I'll be gosh doodly darned right there. I don't even want to look and see what they're doing. Sounds like they're doing something they shouldn't. I gotta look now. What are you guys doing? They're like, why do you keep looking at us? I have them covered up with a blanket right now just to give them some privacy. And just let them hear my voice. The soothing sounds. The soothing sounds. But 1, 2, 1, 2. Here we go. 1, 2. Buckle my shoe. Here we go. One, two, buckle my shoe. 3, 4. Shut the front door. I don't know. I don't know how it goes. Anyway. So I'm going to go hang out tomorrow. Do that. And then get back into the regular routine, I think. Post Thanksgiving holiday routine. Looking forward to, let me see, how many days off do I get? Christmas. I'll get half day Saturday off. I'll get that Sunday off. I'll work half day Monday. And then be off that Tuesday. But then on New Year's, I'll actually have a 4-day weekend. So that's kind of cool. Ah. I got to trim up my floss so I can thread my needle. Come on now. Come on, people now. Come here, stop. I think I'm gonna have to progress to readers because I think my actual little fake semi-prescription glass things, my little fake readers aren't good enough anymore. Maybe not. Maybe not. Did I just make a knot there? I did, didn't I? There we go. Pop that right through. It's all good. So depending upon what you guys are seeing, this is actually like, I think this is like 939. This is a really, really dark navy blue. I don't know if you can tell that. That's what it is. Oh boy. Look here. Okay. Get this part done. It wasn't a growl bird. Settle down. Nothing's gonna get you here. So the cat. Okay, so those of you may say, "Wait a minute! Isn't there a cat that lives here?" And yes, there is. But he's a very lazy cat with zero hunting instincts. Somewhat of a pacifist. Actually, probably more lazy than a pacifist. And so we feel quite confident that these birds are far safer up here with him than they would be downstairs. School of colors. Oh boy. So I'm definitely going to have to work on this a bit more, even once we get done with this. So yeah, I think I'll probably work more on this one, do some Reaper, and then, yeah. Well, I can feel it is getting a little cold in this room now. The sun's going down. The sun's going down, big fella. My feet are starting to get a little cold, and the heat turned off. It's definitely ill-heated. Not ill, I don't want to say ill-heated. Oh, you know what? We should totally just close the vents in the middle floor, in the second floor. So the heat just comes up here. motor or the blower or whatever on the furnace and the AC is not very good. It's the top floor. Children, I'm trying to do a video. You guys are all about trying to like hog the attention. But okay, hold on. They're getting mad at each other. Do I have to step in? Where's your brother? All right, settle down, you two. Okay, crazy birds. Crazy, crazy birds. Alright, so we're going to do this. They definitely need a bit more stuff in their cage, something for them to do. I mean, they have like, you wouldn't believe the amount of toys that these guys have. It's awesome. They have more toys than I do. It's pretty cool. Come here, little snaggerific. Carter's pretty much used to being by himself, though, the gecko. I gotta figure out how to... I don't know what I gotta do. I gotta figure it out, though. Oh, sounds like they're eating. Yep. Maybe drinking. Definitely sounds like doing something. I love that sound, though. We'll see how I feel a little bit later about it, but yeah, I love that sound right now. I saw this machine. It was a video of something, and it was like, it basically was a cross-stitching machine that it looked like it used, like it wasn't one of those things where you could use a bunch of different colors, like it looked like it was like one color, but I don't know how it exactly worked, but it did a pretty good job of stitching. It stitched really fast. Here, I'm going to come over here and do this over here. So it was, I don't know, I was like, that's massive cheating right there, though. That's like, I mean, I'm like, well, if I could use it, no, I don't want to use it, but program that thing so that it would stitch for me while I'm at work and stuff. Imagine, though, that if you messed it up, like if something got messed up and skipped a thing and you, like, got, like, 8,000 stitches done or something and you realized that you were one off and the machine had been off the whole time. Oh, that would be bad. Okay, I gotta stretch my legs a little bit. Oh, man. I gotta stretch, period. Doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doo. Ooh, getting down. Get down, get down, get down, get down, get down tonight, baby. have any real... Oh, I got one cool story. So I was like, I don't have any cool stories. Yes, I do. So I was reading this thing about, there's a brewery in California that was supposed to be in the path of the campfire fire. And, or is it just the campfire? I don't know. I think it's the campfire. Anyway, so it was in the path of it, and then the wind shifted or whatever, and the fire went in a different... Children. And the fire went in a different direction, and saved the brewery. And to commemorate them being saved, they brewed or created a recipe for an IPA called Resilience. And are you guys okay? Makeup. Kiss and make up, brothers. You need your beak trimmed. You're going to have to get used to me doing that, because we're going to have to trim that beak somehow. But, so, what was I saying? Oh yeah, anyway, so they create this recipe, this beer recipe called Resilience, and they're going to brew it, and 100% of the profits are going to go to help, like the victims and recovery and everything. But that doesn't stop there. Let me actually tie this off, because this floss is going to stop here. But, so they reached out all across the country to other breweries, and they said, hey, listen, we would love to give away this recipe for this beer to anybody who wants to brew it, with the caveat that if you do brew this beer, that you donate 100% of the profits back to Campfire the way that they were. And so far, a little over 400 breweries have signed up to do it. I think that's pretty amazing. That's pretty amazing. So, who do. Oh, pop it, pop. Let's see. So I got that done there. And then this one's gonna go right here. I still haven't gotten that whole loop thing. I haven't even looked at it since it was explained to me. So I need to look at that and study that, try to get that down. Because you guys seem to think that I should do it. Or at least some of you guys seem to think I should do it. So we'll have to look and see. I just haven't had a chance. Well, I can say that I haven't had a chance. I haven't felt like... Well, actually, I forgot until right now. But that... And it's been very, very busy, as you can tell. Get down tonight. I don't even know why that song's in my head. Oh, brother. We were thinking about putting up our Christmas tree tonight, but I just don't think that I'm going to have the energy to do something like that. I don't know, we'll see. We've got 2 or 3 hours before I have to think about that. I hope we do. I mean, I hope I can muster it up, because it is kind of fun to put it together. I just don't know if Carter's going to want us to do that, like right next to him when he just moved in. He's like, I moved in this completely new environment, and now they're putting up trees inside their house and bright lights, and they're being weird. More weird than anybody I've seen before. Okay. Boop doop doop doop. 2, 1, 2. These guys are going to get loud. I'm going to have a party. Parakeet party. I'm going to play some music for him. I wonder if they ever had music play for him. Good gracious. They're stressing a wee tad. One, two, three. 1. Hack. 1. 2. How many clicks does it take to get to the center of a cherry pop? Low pop. 1, 2, crunch.